هذا صوته. أكيد ما عندي أمل بهالبلد.
Loved to cuddle everyone, even his friends at daycare, his teachers. Very affectionate little boy. He was perfect.
On the 4th of August 2020, over 200 people were killed when an explosion tore through Beirut.
I saw many civilians covered in blood, covered in shards of glass, clearly very seriously injured.
There are some suggestions of fireworks, other suggestions of ammonium nitrate fertilizer.
7,500 people were injured and 300,000 were instantly made homeless. But there has been very little accountability since.
The British authorities, they should know who is the owner of Savaro, the real owner, because this company is registered in UK.
Justice is the cornerstone for our future.
يعني ما هيدي جريمة العصر. إن شاء الله ما يتهنى مثل ما راح يخلي ولاد خيي يتهنوا بحياتهم. مثل ما حرمهم بيهم الله يحرموا أولاده.
The 4th of August 2020 in Beirut, Lebanon. The country was in the midst of an economic meltdown. Hospitals were running out of medicine and supplies. And then this. One and a half miles away from the site of the explosion, Sarah Copland was at home with her husband and her 2-year-old son, Isaac.
Yeah, left your knee good.
We heard an initial loud bang, and I stood up and went to the window to see what it was, but I couldn't see anything at that stage. I walked back to Isaac, and the massive explosion that everyone has seen on TV happened, and I was thrown to the ground, and Isaac was hit with glass. And initially I didn't realize how injured he was, and my husband and we grabbed him and we ran into the bathroom because we weren't sure if there would be another explosion, so we thought that might be the safest place. And when we got there, we realized how injured he was and how much he was bleeding, and we just ran. We just ran out of the house with nothing but the clothes on our back to try and find help for him.
Isaac died a short time later in hospital. The port had been busy as always. There were hundreds of workers there, and among them Imad Zaha al-Din. Here he is in the white shirt. Imad was one of the first responders to a fire which had broken out inside Hangar 12 of the port. This photo was taken moments before the explosion.
عماد إذا بتشوف الصورة 3 أشخاص على البوابة، عماد كان هو الشخص الأول واحد على البوابة، هو موظف إداري يعني ما خصه لا بدفاع مدني لا بصليب أحمر لينزل يساعد عالم. من هو صغره كان شخصيته شهم، قبضاي، عنده اندفاع هيدي القصص. تأثرنا كثير من بعد موته، يعني كان هو سندنا وكان هو كل شيء بالنسبة لإلي. كان هو ظهري، يعني كان اتضايق من شيء يدق لعماد، عايز شيء يدق لعماد. يعني فيك تقول خسرت كل شيء بحياتي، يعني كان عندي امل هو وحيد بهالبلد وبهالحياه تقريبا وراح.
2,750 tons of a substance called ammonium nitrate was being stored at the port, and it ignited after a large fire. So that is the official story, an accident. But why was such a highly flammable material there? That is still not clear. Ammonium nitrate is commonly used in agriculture as fertilizer, but it can also be used to make explosives. Documents suggest it was ordered from a company in Georgia and was on its way to be delivered to another company in Mozambique when it was held in Beirut indefinitely. But one Lebanese investigative journalist has been digging a little deeper and uncovered murky and unexplained connections.
I tried to contact FEM, the Mozambican factory, and also the Georgian factory. Both did not cooperate, mainly in Georgia, because they said that the owner changed, so they cannot give us any information.
But the firm in Mozambique did give him a document. on which he spotted a UK company called Savaro. It had the same registered address as companies owned by two Syrian businessmen.
We searched the addresses of Savaro. We found on two of these addresses two companies with real owners, and the two of them were Syrian businessmen who lived between Syria and Russia. One of them is George Haswani, and the other is Imad Khouri. Both were sanctioned by US in, I guess, 2014 or 2015. And actually, Imad Khouri also is the brother of Mudallal Khouri, who's another Syrian businessman, and he also was sanctioned in 2015, I guess, by the Americans. And this was also alarming. He was sanctioned for many reasons, including trying to bring ammonium nitrate to Syria at the end of 2013. That was among the things he was accused of.
Since Firas's report emerged, the Syrian businessman Imad Khouri has denied any links to Savaro, as has George Haswani.
نحن لا نعرف شركة سافارو ولم نسمع بها على الإطلاق إلا من خلال الزوبعة الإعلامية الأخيرة ولا نعلم أنها مسجلة بنفس عنوان شركتنا.
Yet over 6 months, Firas has exposed a web of linked locations: Cyprus, Georgia, Russia, Syria, Lebanon, Mozambique and the UK.
Isn't it weird that after 6 months, a journalist, whether it's me or somebody else, will be the one working on the story of Savaro? I have talked to the owners of Rustavi Azot in Georgia. I have talked to the owners of FEM in Mozambique, the factory. I have tried to talk to the owners of Savaro in Cyprus. Did anybody try to reach you from the Lebanese authorities? And they said no, nobody tried to reach us. They just wanted to put few people in jails, famous names, but not necessarily the big shots. So people will say, okay, they put some people in the jail, it's okay, and they will forget. And actually that did not work out.
Sky News asked Lebanon's caretaker justice minister for an interview, but she was unavailable. Lawyer Melhem Khalaf is representing the thousands of families affected. He is calling on the British government to stop the request by UK-registered company Savaro to be liquidated.
The crime is complex. It's not a simple accident. It's something very complicated. From the UK, it's a crucial attitude from the MPs. We need to know why the people of these companies came and asked about liquidation. Why, in this time, after all this investigation, all these efforts to help the people and to give them hope, they are not alone. This is the real message. They are not alone, and we will keep moving till the judgment, the final judgment, because we want justice.
And those calls have not gone unheard. A letter from MP Margaret Hodge, who chairs the British Parliamentary Group on Anti-Corruption, has written to the UK Business Secretary urging immediate action. So what now?
Qu'est-ce que tu mets, Isaac? Une cure pipe, très bien. Et ça, c'est quoi? La paille, bravo!
How has this changed my life? It's destroyed our life. Isaac was everything to my husband and I. He was the center of our universe.
Oh, really?
For me, as his mother, it can be like a physical pain missing him. You know, when they talk about people who are missing a limb, they can still feel it and it can hurt. And that's what it's like. It's like, I feel him, I feel his absence and it's painful, physically painful.
Justice, accountability, closure, they are all different things to different people. But all the victims here, those who are gone, and the many thousands which this terrible explosion still affects, need answers, and they need help.
وحال أطفالنا ونسائنا وأمهاتنا هو.
We need help. We need help from Britain, we need help from Russia, we need help from Georgia, because again also authorities in Georgia should force the owners of the factory to show all the documents they have related to for this shipment. Syrian authorities should help because those businessmen are Syrians. They should help in trying to at least make us able to ask them questions.
يعني كان بناته كان يقعد يبوس اجريهم، يعني كان احن عليهم، يعني حنيه بي مش طبيعيه. ما كان في بي عامل بناته مثل ما هو كان يحبهم. كل من كان عنده علم من 2014 لهلا بانه في مواد بهالمرفأ وما شالها، ما عمل سعيه، من رئيس جمهوريه لمجلس وزراء سابقين وحاليين، لوزراء اشغال سابقين، لمدير جمارك، لمدير مرفأ بيروت. كل من كان عنده علم بهالمواد هو مسؤول عن انفجار مرفأ بيروت. اذا هن عم بيقولوا يعني هلا بالتحقيق عم بيقولوا انه هن ما لهم يديه في بعض الوزراء اللي استدعوهم، اذا ما هن لهم خص هذا الشيء يروحوا يتمثلوا قدام القضاء ويبرروا حالهم.